Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, so I believe I can hear myself. We're currently waiting on a. This was a setup that I saw from way early this morning. We, of course, wouldn't be able to participate to anything before 9 o'clock due to our margin rate. So our margin rate, we have the reduced intraday margin rate. Once again, I trade with TradeStation, and for that reduced intraday margin rate, I can only start trading between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Of course, if they come out with any information saying, "Hey, we're taking away the reduced margin rate," I have to adhere to that. Like yesterday, for any instance, at one, they sent out a message saying at 1 p.m. reduced margin rate is going to be stopped for the day, and normal margin rates are going to be taken in effect. So in this case, we are good to go. So we should be able to get into this trade if it allows. or if I say if it allows, if price comes back up to the area. But currently, right now, we're looking at a sell position. But if it does come back up, to be honest, it might not come back all the way to this point. So as you can see, my EMA is kind of hanging down. In this case, we have a AOI right here, which is this purple line, the area of interest. If you kind of go back left, you'll see that area of interest and why I picked that. Um, we have several other AOIs that could be coming into play later on throughout the week. So 5731 is one that I picked out. 5676 is another that I picked out. So we're just kind of hanging around, trying to see what the market's going to do. I'm not going to talk too much today. I'm just going to let the video play out. We'll see what happens. It's only 9:54, so we got plenty of time for something to happen. But I have been noticing that most of my good trades come relatively early in the morning or relatively late. That midday thing, like between like 10:30 and like 2, basically, is ugly for me for whatever reason. So, um, yeah. Either it's like really good at the beginning of the day, or it's choppy as hell, and then it's really great at the end of the day for some reason. So either way, we're good. I'm just going to let it play out. We'll see what happens. Right now, it's bordering, these little areas to push down right here. I mean, it's got the force. I feel like it's got the force and the volume to push down. Oh yeah, we also do have news at 10 o'clock. We have ISM services PMI. So that's going to be a pretty decent one to, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take that off. We're going to take that off because I just realized ISM services PMI is at 10. If the spike is big enough, I would hate for it to come up, push through this, and of course not put us in at the same time while pushing through. I'd rather trade after the news, and since it's only 5 minutes away from now, I'm just gonna let whatever happen. I marked where the news was at, so this was our first news here at 8:15. We had ADP non-farm employment change, and then here at 10 o'clock we have the ISM services PMI. I don't expect it to, skyrocket or to fall to hell if the news comes out. But I mean, ISM services PMI is pretty decent news. So, you might see a nice little push up to at least this area if it does want to come back up. And if it doesn't want to come back up and it actually does go continue to the downside, you could probably see a nice juicy push at least down to this little area here, if not more. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, I'm trying not to guess or have a bias. We're just gonna play what we get, and we'll go from there. Excuse me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna shut up. See you in a second. All right, 10 o'clock news coming out 1-0. Ba-blam. All right, let's see what it gives us. Good push, good push, good push, good push, good push, good push. Good push, good push, good push, good push. Now, if it does get back up to our point, that does give me a, I don't know. All right, it pushed back to the AOI. It pushed back to the area of interest right now. Let's see if it wants to continue. Good push, good push. Seeming like it's stopping at that AOI. Is it gonna stop? Is the question. That's the question here. Still got 8 seconds on this candle. 0. Okay. Are we gonna see a heavy ass retrace, or are we gonna see a continuation? All right, so currently right now, I mean, we still got nothing. So I don't trade solely on like support resistance. I use definitely the EMAs, and it has to cross. So if it doesn't cross, I got nada. That's why you would have seen this trade way back here and not a trade like right here, because nothing happened. They got a touch, but we didn't get a cross. So currently right now, also the sell limit still wouldn't have been hit either. So yeah, that gave us nothing. I put the sell limit exactly where we should have been in, where it was around like 550 this morning, just in case it went back up to that point and hit. But other than that, that was it. We got nada. So let's see what happens. We're gonna be patient. I'm not gonna jump into anything crazy currently right now. We have I think we have $560 account. I don't want to lie to you all. So we have $590 account. Oh shit, I meant to show you all the statements. So let's do that really quickly while we can. Let's do that really quickly while we can before anything else happens. So statements. So we had on Monday and Tuesday. All right. So Monday was the 3rd, right? Don't want to lie. Yeah, Monday was the 3rd, and then Tuesday was the 4th. So on Monday, as you can see here, we had we gained $275. Clearing fees and all other stuff fees were about $3.48. And we started off the day with about 320. We were going into this very scared. I'm not gonna lie to you all. Butt was clenched. I was very nervous because I didn't know how the day was gonna go. Now, this day, this $275 day was actually supposed to be like a $700 day. I still just haven't learned my damn lesson, man. I gotta stick to my trading strategy and my trading plan. This literally could have been 3 times as much as this if I had done what I was supposed to do. I could have been bordering $1,000 instead of 592. Now going into that next day, we started off. Oops, shit, didn't mean to do that. How do you get rid of that? All right, I don't know how to get rid of that. But we start off the day. I meant to do a smaller line here. There we go. We start off the day with 592. Man, let me bring this back up. Hold on. So leave. I can easily bring that back up. So March the 4th. All right, so we started off with 592 on that day, and I'm just gonna hit that button. Is that good? Yeah. All right, started the day with 592 on that day, and I just took a simple. I think I took like one trade. It was like a simple one trade. It ended up being break even because, as you can see, if you add the commissions, clearing fee, and NFA fee up to, it'll be 174. So we only lost the fees basically, which took us down to 590 and 41 cents. That's where we're currently at right now. Yep, get out of that way. That's where we're currently at right now. So we didn't really lose anything yesterday. And I'm kind of glad I didn't do anything with that yesterday because we would have lost, I think it was somewhere near like $100 if we had traded everything. It also was because of the simple fact that yesterday they sent out that notification saying, "Hey, at 1 o'clock, we're moving margin back up to normal rate." So I kind of couldn't get into anything after 12 anyway, so it just didn't matter. But I think at like about 12:15, it was really, really choppy. We would end up losing like $100, and then we would have missed a decent trade, but that trade didn't come until like 1. So I'm glad I just decided to just leave it alone, say fuck it. They're gonna increase the rate. Let's not mess with it. I did have a trade in where I could have got to the point of $600. I only needed like $8, but I was like, you know what? Let me not. So I just hit that break even, let it go. I was done. But yeah, currently that's where we're at for this week. So really, really decent trade on Monday. Let me show you what I was talking about here. So that, and let's go back to Monday the 3rd. Monday the 3rd. All right, so this is the 4th. Very interesting because the trade we got into was actually, where do we get in? Well, I could do that from here. The trade we got into on the 4th. Okay, everything's going really slow. I'm sorry. On the 4th was, we only got into one. Yeah, so we only got into one trade. So we got into a buy position, and we got in so good. We got in so good. I'm pissed that we didn't follow through with it, but we got in at 11:43. So 5771.25 is where we got in, and then we got out at the same spot. But if you look at where we got in, literally right here, in comparison to the trades that were presented by our trading strategy, which was right here, this would have definitely been the better position, because had we got in, could have just kind of stayed in, moved stops to break even. I was looking for a 1-to-1. It was like 14 pips or something like that, or 15 pips. Yeah, I think it was like right here at the bottom of that, and like 15 pips. So it actually hit right around here. Like I said, I didn't stay into it. I think we got in, we saw this big spike, and then once this candle came back down, I said, yeah, let me get out. I think, let me check. We got out at 11:44. So no, we didn't wait for that. We waited on. Oh, we got out a minute. I thought we waited at least 5 minutes. Okay, never mind. We got out like a minute later. So we got in here, then we got out a minute later because I just got scared. I don't know, but had we held on to it at least until that 1 o'clock time frame, which was right about here, then we could have got something out of it. The idea was just to basically say like, oh yeah, we're gonna hopefully get a couple of pips. Now the one on the 3rd, bro, this shit went so far. Absolutely perfect trade. I'll probably have to get into more depth on what happened, but same thing. We set a sell limit because the trade was actually produced around like 7 o'clock in the morning. We can't trade at 7 o'clock in the morning. We can only trade after 9 o'clock. So I set a sell limit to see if we can catch it on its way back up. We literally caught just the tip of this on its way back up at 9:32. Let me check that. You got to check facts. So this was the third. Yep. So 9:42. We literally caught it on just the tip. 9:42. 9:37. What? Wait a minute. Where is our fields? That's the 28th. I'm sorry. The 3rd was 9:04. 9:04. Oh, so we caught it way back here. Okay, so that's slightly off, but y'all get what I'm saying. So we caught it where we needed to, which was at 9:04 on the 3rd, and then we got out at 9:33. Wait, why is this so far off? I feel like this isn't right. But y'all get the point. So we only took 54 pips. Ended up being a decent trade, but as you can see, had we taken it where we're supposed to the end of the day, this was 152 pip trade. We missed out very big on that. So let's see what we got. Did we get anything? Nope. Still looking. If we wanted to get into this trade, this would be the opportunity, but I'm okay. I'm just gonna wait it out. I mean, this would be the what's the word I'm looking for? Not retest. re-entry. This would be like the re-entry of the trade. It spikes up, then comes back down, gives me two bearish candles because that's what we'd be looking for, a bearish trade, and then we would jump in at the bottom of that candle. But I don't know. I'm getting more comfortable with the fact of like, hey, we just missed the trade. Like that's it. That's what I'm getting comfortable with. If we missed it, we missed it. Especially if it's something like this where that trade produced itself at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nothing I can do about that. One, I'm not even up at that time, but two, I can't even take that trade even if I wanted to. I couldn't take that trade until 9 o'clock. So I ain't studying it. So either way, I'm gonna shut up now because my computer's going crazy. We'll see if we get into a trade. If we do, great. If not, cool. Gotta pee. All right, so I'm thinking we missed what we needed to do, which would have been the uh, re-entry that I was telling you about. Now that re-entry would have been right here after these two rejection candles. And basically right now we would have been in that trade. So I guess we missed it. We'll have to see what we get tomorrow. The only reason, like I said, I didn't want to do the re-entry is because technically the trade was supposed to be had all the way back here. And that would have been a almost 20 pip difference in where we were supposed to get in comparison to where we got in. Um, Now it doesn't mean we would have lost out on 20 pips. I'm not looking at it in that way. My idea here is the fact that because it would have been so late, I'm not sure if it ran its course or if it's going to continue. And I don't want to think about it like that. So I want to think about it more or less as, can we get in according to the strategy, the parameters that I set for myself? No, we couldn't have, because it came at 5 o'clock in the morning, almost 6. So I wanted to leave that alone, not get in way over here, because that's not from the parameters that we set. That's not, the signal that we got. So had it come back up to this point, like right up in here, I could have jumped into it as it dove back down. But we didn't get that push either. So in my head, this wasn't a decent trade. So we'll see once again what happens. I'm gonna be out though. I will tell you all Friday. I'll fill you in on Friday on what happened today. ISM is not usually a choppy day, but we have had we have had ADP non-farm employment change in the same day, which I don't think I've usually seen. And who knows if President Trump is going to be speaking or not today. It's been very random. So, we could see a speech from him. We could also have, this news that just came out, and it could have just made the day relatively choppy. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. But as of right now, we're not in anything. So we'll see. All right, y'all. Thanks.